Hello and welcome back in time, a time when movies were cherished by audiences, and this is the vessel in which you are experiencing that nostalgia right now. It is The Last Video Store, the show where I, Alexi Toliopoulos, chat to cool, funny, interesting, beautiful, exciting, cool people about their favorite films in the style of an old school video store rental combo. And joining me on the show today is one of my best mates, one of the funniest freaking comedians in the country. It is Danielle Walker, winner of Taskmaster Australia Season 1. You've seen her actor-nominated turn on Gold Diggers, very funny show. But also right now, Danielle is touring a little bit, but if you're anywhere in the world, you can listen to her on a podcast every single week with the very funny Kate Dolan. Danielle Walker and Kate Dolan becoming best friends. Very funny show. They moved in across the road from each other and were forced to become friends and do a podcast together. Great premise for a show. But we're going to get into our chat with Danielle Walker. Emmeline Peterson, our producer. You're a Danielle Walker fan too, right?
Of course.
One of the funniest.
Who wouldn't be? I actually am a really huge fan of hers.
Wow.
I really love her comedy and I follow her Instagram. I don't know how you become a fan of people these days.
I think Instagram is the way, right?
Yeah.
Instagram's the way you go, well, here's how I signify that I am one of your legion, one of your
Yes,
army.
yeah.
We're in the Danielle Walker brigade right now.
Exactly.
We're on her Instagram. But she's so funny.
She's so funny.
And we had a great chat.
Yeah, you guys are besties.
We are. I would say, Danielle has said that, and it will come up on the podcast 5 or 6 times, that we are like brother and sister,
Yes.
an indoor and an outdoor kid.
Yeah, I
and
love
I was
that.
like, yeah, it's very true.
Yeah.
Which one do you think I am?
Yeah, well, you love hiking. You love bouldering.
I actually do hike.
Sorry.
But I do urban hiking. I just walk around, I walk around town and stuff. But I'll do 10 kilometers walking around Dulwich Hill.
Wow, that urban terrain.
Yeah, I love that urban terrain. I walk around my neighborhoods and stuff. Can't actually bleep out what neighborhood I said.
I was going to say.
I'm walking around Batuta.
Don't dox yourself.
I won't. I'm in Batuta. I walk around the little neighborhoods here in
course.
Batuta. You know, wander the parades and all that shit. Love that stuff. Soaking in the country air.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we're going to talk to Danielle about some of her favorite movies, a new release film, 2 all-time weekly favorites, and then I'll give her a recommendation based on her taste. If you want that treatment, all you need to do is interact with the show in some way. Give us a review on Apple Podcasts, 5 stars, please, not 4. Don't be funny and say 4, and don't put any actual criticism. Just say you want your new release film, your favorites. I'll give you a recommendation right now in the show. You can do it as a comment on our YouTube video. The one we've got here is actually a comment from YouTube, right?
It is on our Wendy Harmer episode, which was a good one.
And that's a screamer. And if you want to see me, Danielle Walker, and Wendy Harmer watch episode 5 of season 1 of Question Everything. We were the panel on that episode.
Oh my God, 3 of the best.
3 of the all-time best people on the Last Video Store podcast on TV together.
Well, this one's from Joe W.
Oh, thank you, Joe.
He says, "Hey guys, love the pod. I've
Thank
only
you.
just found out about it a couple of months ago, but I pretty much smashed all the episodes already."
Ooh, okay, good on you, mate.
Could
We've
I-
got some fresh ones coming for you as well,
Yes.
so don't fret too hard.
Plenty. We're not going anywhere. Could I get a recommendation? My 3 movies are new release Strange Darlings.
Mm-hmm.
I just watched it and it's such a good movie, but no one is talking about it.
It's kind of a serial killer, horror-ish movie, but a little bit in that Tarantino exploitation space.
God, I gotta watch that.
I reckon it's got an M written all over it, dude.
Oh, not M-rated, Emmeline.
Oh, Emmeline rated. That's the highest rating one can get.
Weeklies are Children of Men and Sound of Metal.
Oh, okay. This is a good match. Children of Men is one of my favorite movies. I'm going to give you, let's go Aussie for it. Post-apocalyptic, like Children of Men. It's this movie called These Final Hours, directed by Zach Hilditch. Have you seen this? These Final Hours? Dude, it's awesome. It is kind of similar plot to Children of Men. It's an apocalypse is about to happen.
Yeah.
There's like I think it's a bomb has gone off somewhere in the world.
Yeah.
And it's set in Perth.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's like the last place to be wiped out because
Yeah.
you can see the tidal wave coming or whatever. And it is about a man who comes across this young girl, and he has to help her try and find her family so she can be with her family as the world is ending. And it's kind of got all these parties going on. I think it's such a good apocalyptic film.
Apocalypse movies, they hit too close to home for me because I am convinced the apocalypse is coming. It's knocking on our door.
You'll be really convinced by this one because it's filmed in Australia. It's set in Perth.
Very close to home.
Very close to home. It's only 7 hours away.
Oh my God. Yeah, well, at least maybe we'll get wiped up first. I don't want to have to stress about anything.
Oh, maybe we're last because I think it's coming in from the ocean. So
the apocalypse.
It actually comes from the ocean there. So we will get up.
As long as I don't have to go to work tomorrow.
Well, let's get into our chat with Danielle Walker right now.
The last video store.
My star sign said today that I'm in a cheeky, fun mood.
Wow,
So
embrace the
congratulations.
cheek today.
Yeah.
Embrace the cheek.
Thank you.
My star sign reported nothing to me today. It said, this is a day you're not meant to be alive.
I found out what your star sign was this morning.
What was it?
Taurus.
I'm a Taurus, yeah.
'Cause I
How
was
do you
like-
know?
Because this is crazy. I was like thinking about you and me being brother and sister from,
Yes.
and then I was like,
I'm the
what if
indoor
we're-
version, you're the outdoor
Yeah.
version, you famously have said.
So in my mind, I was like, oh my God, what if we're born on the same day? So then I had to go, I was like, I'll message Alexa, and then I was like, don't put this admin on him. I'm sure I can find it. So I went on your Facebook, found it, and then I was like, wow, Taurus. Okay, not the same birthday, but Taurus is renowned to be friends of mine.
What's your star sign then?
I'm Libra, and
A Libra.
I love Tauruses. Oh my God, my granddad's a Taurus.
Wow.
My
Taurus,
favorite man.
Taurus is known for being stubborn.
Yeah.
Do you think I'm stubborn?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I guess I am. Maybe not notoriously stubborn, but I guess I'm stubborn.
Yeah,
I'm
you're like
set in
set
my
in your
ways.
ways,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm set in my ways. I like what I like.
You like what you like, and you don't like what you don't like.
That's true. Unlike everybody else on earth, I'm the one that I like things that I like. Things I don't like, I don't fucking like them.
I need to cook everything in the air fryer.
Okay, I use my air fryer a lot, let me tell you that adopting an air fryer,
Yeah.
that was an instance of
Adopting
me.
an air fryer from the shelter.
Well, adopting the air fryer lifestyle, dare I say, I was hesitant for a long time because I was like, these are a gimmick, these are a joke. I've got an oven. Why do I need a tiny oven? Got the tiny oven. I love it. And that was an instance of me going, getting over my stubbornness,
Yeah.
changing my ways, finding a new way of life that suits me better.
And I'm very happy for you. And happy for the air fryer that it got a new home.
Of course, and you benefited from eating from my air fryer.
I have eaten from your air
Yeah,
fryer.
the ham that I
Beautiful
did.
cherry glazed ham.
I did a cherry glazed ham in the air fryer that you liked so much. I
loved
did some
it.
corn ribs in the air fryer.
Those were good too.
Good corn ribs. The air fryer can teach you many beautiful things.
Okay,
Many beautiful
I'll
things.
come over and ask you to teach me.
The air fryer shall adopt you. You should be my grandchild, the air fryer's
Thank you so
child.
much.
Well, Danielle Walker, my dear mate, thank you for making a trip out here to Batuta and coming to the last video store.
Anytime.
And we're segueing into the podcast as of now. We're keeping the air fry chat
Okay.
in. We're keeping all the stubbornness. We're keeping all the star sign in. But thank you for coming in.
No worries, Alexi.
And now the
Anytime.
formalities begin.
Good. Thank you.
Well, I'm glad that you're here because I would say this. You're one of my dear mates. It's great for my friends to come visit me in here.
Thank you for saying I'm a dear mate 3 times
I'm
within
saying
the
it.
first minute of the
That's
podcast.
what I say. Dear mate, best friend, sister from another parentage. That's
That's
what I'll
what we
say.
are. That's
Yeah.
actually what we are.
I would say, like you've been saying about us, you said we're like siblings.
We're
But
boy and girl, like Tweedledee Tweedledum, but we're the indoor version of each other. You're an indoor boy, I'm
of
an outdoor
course,
girl.
You're an outdoor girl. Famously, I'm a city rat. And you're a country
My
mouse.
granddad calls me bush rat. I'm bush
Wow,
rat, you're
a
city
bush
rat.
I'm a city rat. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Look at us. We're like midnight cowboy over here.
Disgusting little rodents.
We are rodent-like. No matter what
Yeah.
form we take, we are rodent-like. But let me ask you this. You're joining the video store here today.
Mm-hmm.
This one is a country town video store, probably not unlike one you grew up with. Take me back. Send me back to the video store you grew up with.
It was a video. Oh no, was it? It was a, it was a Video Easy.
Video Easy, one of the great franchises here in
Changed
Australia.
beautiful.
Well, lovely train. Lots of orange.
It was in the suburb Dirigan, which
Dirigan? Oh my
which
God, sounds
people
like a
used to call
fucking Game of Thrones
Darrowgun.
character. Darrowgun?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was about maybe like a 25-minute drive from my house.
Mm-hmm.
And when we'd get there, we'd get to go into the video store and peruse the videos. Am I just telling you the story of the
love
video
it.
store? Is that what it is?
Yeah, take
Okay.
me back. Take
So
me in. Peruse the show.
Dad would call up and he'd order takeaway from the 2 takeaway places we liked: Rusty Banana, which was a fish and chip store, or the Chinese takeaway.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to learn a little bit more about Rusty Banana. Pardon me. What are they doing? They're battering bananas and putting them
There's
in the
no
fish?
bananas on the menu.
Okay.
It's called Rusty Banana for some unknown reason.
No one knows.
Nobody knows. But it's either the best takeaway or the worst takeaway, depending on what owner's in
Which
charge.
fry chef is in charge?
It always would be like, it's good, it's bad, it's good, it's
Yeah.
bad, it's good, it's bad.
Wow.
And so Dad would call up and order, and then we go to the video store.
Is he listening? Who's on the end and go, oh God, which chef is in today? Go, actually, we're going to get the Chinese takeaway instead. I can hear the voice of the bad chef.
Well, I kind of always wanted a Chinese takeaway.
Wow, of course, because you love exploring ethnic cuisine.
I love the I love the prawn chips. Give me the prawn
delicious.
chips. Yum, yum, yum.
We'll put a few of those here for you today as well. We'll get you
Thank
some
you.
prawn chips.
Wow. I'm
I'll
so
pop it
excited
in the
about that.
microwave, in the air fryer out back. Give you some prawn chips.
So the Video Easy, right?
Walk me through.
Okay, walk you through. I walk in the door. There's a teenager behind the counter.
Wow.
I go through. It's got a smell in there.
What's the smell? Let's
Like-
explore the odor.
It's like the carpet got wet, and then the aircon is turned up the coldest it could possibly be.
So you're getting
in
those
far
icicles.
North Queensland. Yeah, you're getting those of like mildewy,
Mildew icicles.
cold air.
Beautiful.
Beau-
Oh my
Lovely.
God. There's frost in here right now.
Yeah, sometimes we just go, just to hang out in the cool on a hot day.
Wow. Can I tell you one of my theories of that smell you're describing?
Yeah.
Is the video store I worked at, same story. Because back in the day, you could smoke ciggies inside. And so people would just be in the video store all day smoking durries and stuff. And so I think that smell gets trapped in the carpet for generations.
Wow.
And like every now and then you'll cop the whiff and you go, oh my God, I feel fucking sick. And it's because there's durry dust in that carpet for like 25 years.
That could be it,
I think so.
That could be it.
They're clinging to those icicles, those ciggy smells.
Well, good to know now that I've got cancer from the video store.
Yeah, that's not asbestos. It's actually just durry dust in the carpet for 25 years.
Also, I guess like people would always wear thongs, and when people like drag their thongs along the floor,
Famously.
that
They're wearing their flip-flopping around.
yeah, and it's like also that bit of the because it was like not a shopping center, it's like
It's
one
a
of those.
freestander.
Yeah, it was sort of like
Freestanding video store.
You know how they have sort of like shops in the round, and the you never go into the shops, but all the shops are facing out towards the street.
It's like a car park, basically. And
Yeah.
there's shops around. I love those.
It's that.
I
And
love those
You
little
love
joints.
those?
Yeah, I love them, because I didn't really grow up around those things, so I find them extremely kitsch.
I gotta say,
One's a mattress store or something like that.
Yeah.
Love that stuff.
I love it. Do you know we would drive sometimes from one bit of the car park to the other bit, even though it was like 150 meters? And
my
we'd get in the
God.
car. It's too hot to walk.
You're doing things a little differently in the countryside.
Yeah.
Here, I'd probably be getting public transport between those two spots. That's the city lifestyle. Hopping on a tram, getting the monorail between them. That's what I live my life
God,
like.
you're obsessed with the monorail.
I love it. It's part of my lifestyle. It was part of my memories.
I'm
Well-
so sorry to poo-poo the monorail.
Yeah, no, rest in peace. We lost it. Trying to get it put out here, mate. trying to get the video still to have a monorail built into it just to share the memories.
I believe in you.
Thank you. One day it's going to happen. But anyway, Danielle, I'm going to send you out to the video store. You can peruse it. You can inspect the carpet to see if there's icicles in it here as well. We've turned the air conditioning all the way up. And yeah, it will be audible. If you're listening to the audio version of this podcast, it will be audible. Send you out there. Going to pick a new release title, 2 all-time favorite weeklies. And then it shall be my honor, my privilege, my passion to explore cinema in those moments and find you a recommendation based not only on your tastes, but by empathizing with you, your horoscope, your star sign, looking through the Librans to find a perfect movie for you.
Okay, do you know anything about Librans?
Tell me about Librans. I actually do need to know a little bit more.
I think we're creative.
Okay.
We're lovers.
Lovers.
We're all kind, I think.
Wow.
And we're
Let's just-
justice. Right and wrong. That's sort of our vibe.
Of course, because it's a scale, right?
Yeah.
It's the scale.
I actually don't really know anything about star signs.
You look at it every day just in case.
I started reading it a little while ago, and one
Yeah.
day it said, don't do 3-second rule. And I was like, I never drop food on the ground. And then that night I had a friend over and I dropped a pickle on the ground and I went,
Wow.
I can't eat this now
You can't.
because it was said on my star sign today. I
And
can't eat that.
Especially a pickle is quite a dangerous one to eat because it's so wet. It will soak up anything it lands on.
I don't know, because it's not like the pickle's not porous.
I think a pickle is porous.
You think the pickle's
What
porous?
kind of pickle was it?
Like the
Like
gherkins?
a full. I was
A
imagining
full
a
gherkin.
slice.
No.
I was imagining like a button. You know those little pickles, a pickle chip. I was imagining it like that.
No. I'm eating a full gherkin.
A
on
full
its
gherkin.
own.
Well, then that's fine. I think you give that a wipe, chuck it in.
Well, I
Even
didn't.
if you find it like 4 hours later, I reckon it's okay.
That's gonna.
It's already
gonna
gone,
go soggy and
but it's
soft
gone through
and-
the aging process. You know what can you do?
I guess it's sort of the outdoors is just an even slower air fryer, isn't it?
Oh yeah, especially this part of the world, mate. All right, let's get into it.
New release.
Well, Danielle, you've picked out your movies.
Yep.
Let it be known time has passed.
Yep.
And let's get into them. You got a new release title. This is something I did not expect for you. You've wandered into the horror section.
I love horror.
Are you a horror girly?
I love horror.
Oh my god, I didn't know this.
I love it. It's so fun.
You like to be freaked out.
I like to be freaked out, but also I think sometimes horror is funny, and then
true.
also sometimes foreign horror.
Foreign horror.
Funny horror. Sometimes horror. I had a horror a little while ago that made me cry.
Wow.
Afterwards, I sobbed for like 10 minutes.
Oh my god.
I can't remember the name of it.
Wow. Hopefully.
Wait, do you know what you would know? You're
Yes,
a
quiz
fan.
me. Let's go.
Okay, it's like
Tell me
it's
everything
like,
you know about the movie.
Okay, so the director,
She.
I think she wrote it.
Okay.
She's
yes.
newer. It's based off
The Substance.
no.
I saw the TV Glow. I'm naming every horror directed by a filmmaker in the last 2 years.
Oh, I mean, I did watch that recently.
Okay.
I did like it, but
Yeah.
this one is not her. It's Australian.
Australian. Okay.
It's like 3 generations
Relic.
of women. Yes, I love
I
Relic
love
so
Relic.
much. Oh
yes.
my gosh,
Natalie Erica James.
Yes.
Great movie.
incredible movie.
Yeah, that made me cry too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is an off the record reference right now. Off the record, this is off the record recommendation.
Yes.
That is a great one. Relic, I think it's a great example of horror utilizing its metaphor in a perfect way.
Yes.
Beautiful film. And it's
Beautiful.
Aussie.
It is. It's about Alzheimer's.
It's about Alzheimer's.
Loved it.
Yeah, and families.
Yes.
And houses turning strange.
It's creepy. It's great body horror too. Yeah.
Great body horror. Well, the movie you picked out,
Yes.
oh, no, not quite body horror, but it is the middle quill of a trilogy,
Yes.
of films. And it's actually, it's a prequel, kind of. It's everything.
It's a sequel and a prequel,
It's a
right?
sequel and a prequel. You have picked out from Ty West, one of my favorite horror makers, Pearl,
Yes.
in his Pearl Maxine trilogy.
Horror.
I know, and also I haven't watched Maxine yet. I'm going to watch it tonight.
Oh my gosh, okay. It'd be awesome if that was the recommendation. Well, guess what? It's in the pile for you.
Well, I love Pearl. I watched it maybe like a year and a half ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Whenever it came out,
Yeah.
pretty soon after, and just I really liked the girl. I know she's evil. I know it's all those things, but I felt bad for her a bit. You know, she was doing bad stuff, but at the
Well,
same
you're
time,
an
I was
empath.
like, she's just like trying. She's just like, I just got a dream.
Of course, I mean, you're a country rat, as
Yeah.
you said, a little bush rat who has dreams of going to the big smoke to make it as a star as well. Of course, I can imagine you seeing the plight of Pearl and going, that is Danielle.
Although to be honest, if I had a farm, I probably wouldn't. I'd probably be like, I'm actually living the dream. I got all these pets. I got an alligator in the creek.
Yeah.
Living la vida loca. I wouldn't.
Wow, of course.
I would not. I'm also not a dancer.
No, but I would love to see you boot scoot
You'd love
or
to see
something.
me do a dance.
I'd love to see you do a boot scoot. I think that would be a great pivot for you to become a dancer.
Yeah.
I think no one's done it.
Nobody would see me. Nobody would see it coming. I'd tell
No,
you that.
you would shock and delight millions.
I'd be one of those people, you know, when you watch it on So You Think You Can Dance.
Yeah.
And you'd be at home being like, is that dancing? And then the judges would go like, it's an incredible interpretive dance. And you'd be like, oh, okay, so it's good. You just have to have like the eye for art.
It's all about the interpretation.
Yeah, it's not pop culture. It's not
That's
pop.
it. No. It's specific. It's interesting. It's
Yeah.
wild. So tell me about Pearl.
I liked the yeah.
I was gonna say, have you seen X before, or you?
I had
straight
seen
to
X
X?
before
Okay,
it.
yeah.
And
Did you like X?
I liked X. I thought X was just like a fun horror,
Mm-hmm.
but Pearl, I really liked. Pearl, I thought, wowie.
Wowie. What was it exactly that you think? Because I think Pearl is a really weird, interesting, unique film. Because
Yeah.
it's like, I did not anticipate this to be a trilogy.
Yeah.
Ty West had kind of not been making movies for a little while, and then he comes back, he's like, I'm doing 3 fucking movies, and they're
Yeah.
all connected, and we're going to jump around, and we're following all these different characters and stuff. I was so excited to see him doing that, and Pearl is like, it's weird. It's like a
Yeah.
weird set of references, like a little bit Wizard of Oz, a
Yeah.
little bit this, a little bit that.
I think I liked the Wizard of Oz feeling of it, but I also really liked the character development in it,
Yeah.
like to being like understanding this girl, because also then when you watch X, the first one, and you're like, okay, how'd this lady get so crazy? And then you're like, oh, she's always been that way.
He's always been a little nutty.
And she had dreams too, and this lady's here, you know. I really liked that, and I loved that monologue. I was like, you know, that's fun to watch. You know, you
Yeah.
ever just in the shower decide to make up a monologue in your head, and then you start just like saying the most dramatic stuff in the world to yourself, and then you like go, wow, maybe I could act.
Well, you would hope so. You are an actor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that should be your audition tapes. When next time you're doing a self-tape, just set up a camera in the shower and do the Pearl monologue,
Just the
improvised
water
at
on
it.
my head. Hi, my name's Danielle. I'm 163 centimeters tall.
You're wearing a little shower cap. You're brushing your teeth during it. Yeah, I think that'd
Tongue
be wonderful.
scraper.
Wiping it next to the wall. Yeah, beautiful. I think that'd be great.
Thank you.
I mean, you should do it once.
Yeah,
Just pick the right role. Do it once.
I can do it. I've done an audition tape once with my dog and a satchel strapped to me because he wouldn't stop barking.
And did you get the role?
No.
I think this performance of Mia Goth, like she's going for something here.
She's. I was really upset that she didn't like get big stuff going.
Yeah.
Like I mean, obviously everybody loved it and thought it was, and it's been going
But you
viral.
it's been going viral.
I
People
wanted
go
her to be
viral.
named the #1 actress in the world.
Yeah, she made the IMDb top 3 for the week. That's it. That should be an award they give out. If you go, we actually liked you so much, we're putting your head at the top of the IMDb charts, and guess what? We'll mention you at the Oscars. Or do you think she should have won the Oscar?
I think she should have. Was she nominated?
No.
Well, she should have been nominated, and then she should have won.
Wow. Oh my God. Who were the nominees that year? Let me look it up.
Okay.
Tell me if she should have been these people. Wow. I'm Googling in real time. Michelle Yeoh. Everything, Everywhere, All That.
Okay. Well,
That
that
once
was
wins?
that was good.
Good on her. Good on her. Okay. Then we've got Kate Blanchett, Tars, Lydia Tarr.
Okay.
Good stuff too. Then we've got Anna de Armas for Blonde playing Norma Jean,
I didn't.
aka
I haven't
Marilyn
watched
Monroe.
that one yet.
I liked it, but not
Sure.
everybody liked it.
Yeah.
Let's put her on the bubble. She can get out. Then Andrew Riceborough for To Leslie. Yeah, no, I haven't seen that one. And Fableman's Michelle Williams.
I haven't watched that one.
Well, then we knock them all out.
Well, then I reckon
it's
we
only a
should
three-way
get her in
race.
there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a three-way race. There we go. Pop a few others in there.
Get her in there.
I reckon that's exciting.
And also, come on, she's got fun. She's got quotable
Yeah.
stuff in that film.
And you know what's? It's always weird because it's like I had never seen her in real life before.
Mia Goth.
Yeah, Mia Goth, or in a video of her real natural self out of character,
Yeah.
as non-character, and
Yeah.
not as Pearl or as a character. And then when she was doing the press for Pearl and all these movies, seeing her like in the movie, she go, wow, I'm
Yeah.
Pearl, and then you see her go, oh hey hang on a second, I'm actually a little scrapper.
Yeah.
I'm a little orphan. I
Yeah.
go, oh my God.
Is that what she said?
She seemed
I'm
like
actually a little scrapper. I'm a little orphan.
Oh, actually, it's really awesome. I love beans on toast and stuff like that. Oh, I love black pudding. I love big fry up breakfast. She's got this weird, really strong, wackadoo English accent. It made me feel really scared.
I really hope you get her on the podcast sometime, and then
we have to delete this
she's got this
episode.
real wackadoo accent. That's me doing Mia Goth.
Oh my God. And now I go, yeah, I guess I should be making fun of people having very specific regional accents.
Because what she said that she's like, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? I'm like, that's the best thing there's nothing that I want to do more than like when my dog decides to turn on me. Occasionally, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong?
Oh, shit. Wow. I don't know. That's so funny. Oh.
Do you think I sounded exactly like her? Did I morph into her?
I think you channeled Pearl. I was like, wow, you don't even need the shower to do it. You can do this anywhere in the world. Outside of the shower, anywhere.
Can you Google the monologue and I'll do it right now?
Yeah, let me Google the monologue for you right now.
We don't have to do it.
No, we don't have to do the
That's so
monologue.
long. It's like 5 minutes.
Yeah, we also get copyright because I go, it was too accurate. You just played a full clip from the movie. No, darling, that was Danielle Walker acting her little heart out.
You know how you can tell? Because I don't have some wackadoo accent.
Yeah, she's not hiding a strange accent. She got a normal, neutral, natural accent.
Beautiful, crisp accent.
Beautiful. Well, that's Pearl.
That's Pearl.
One of the great new horror movies. Mia Goth, you're a star. Danielle Walker, you're right behind her.
Yeah.
Give her the Oscar.
Yeah, I'm going to start auditioning in the shower, see if it makes any difference.
Weekly.
Let's get into your weekly choices now. This is a film that you got right in front of you. It might have been the first time anyone's picked anything out from our family section in the video store.
Really?
Yes, no one has. I don't think anyone has wandered into the family film section and picked out a movie.
Okay, I nearly picked 2 movies from the family section, and then I was like, Danielle, you simply can't.
You must grow
You
up, darling.
can't pick Oliver and Company.
Wow. Well, Oliver and Company's a lovely movie, but the one you have picked out is a movie about a seal
Yes.
and a family that loves him. You have
Yes.
picked out from the year 1994, Andre.
Andre the Seal.
Children.
Take me to Andre. I believe it was released in Australia as Andre the Seal.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, I know because it said that.
It said that.
But I didn't have the VHS or the DVD. And
What format would you like to pick it out from here today?
you know what? I'll take it in DVD form.
DVD form.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll put some bonus features on there for you.
That'd be
We'll do a
great.
making of. We'll do a bonus feature where we get to know the seal.
Yeah,
you can
the
click
real seal.
The real seal, played by Tori the sea lion. He's actually not a seal. He's a sea lion.
Wow.
Hate to break it to your love. I hate for you to find out this way. But the actor that plays Andre, he's not a seal. He's a sea lion.
Okay, so that is like bad because the real seal was a seal.
Yeah, exactly. This is a movie based on a true story. I'm going to read you a little synopsis that we've got here. The true story of how a marine seal named Andre befriended a little girl and her family, circa 1962.
Yep. It's a beautiful film.
It's a beautiful film. Tina Majorino plays the little girl.
Yes, she was in Napoleon Dynamite.
She was in Napoleon Dynamite. She's the girlfriend
Yeah.
of Napoleon Dynamite, the love interest. She was in Veronica Mars.
Yeah.
Veronica Mars, she was in that.
And Veronica Mars.
Veronica Mars. But tell me about Andre. Is this a childhood favorite of yours?
So I actually never rented it from the video store. Wow. What happened is we taped it off the TV.
We can put the ads in for you if you want.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
we'll
would
put all those
love
in.
that.
We'll chuck them in there for you.
And what happened was beforehand, my mum had taped a different segment from a different show, which was a segment from, it was either a current affair or 60 Minutes, that was about a family friend who was murdered.
You're
And
like a
it was a
family friend-
reenactment, yeah. And
Oh my
so
God.
whenever I wanted to watch Andre the Seal, I'd have to watch that too beforehand. So it hit, like the family stuff hit harder, you know? And so we'd start. And also the relationship. So firstly, my mum's name's Tony. The little girl's called Tony.
Wow, and you're like, this was my mum. She probably grew up in the 1960s.
This is what I felt. My
Yeah.
mum, well, she grew up in the 70s.
Well, you know, just circa
young mum.
1972 to 62.
Yeah.
You got a young mum.
Got a young mum. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Lucky gal.
Yeah.
Lucky gal.
Yeah. And my granddad, he reminds me of the dad.
Wow.
And I felt
wow.
like I had the relationship that Tony had with the dad
Yeah.
as me and my granddad.
Sometimes the silver screen is a portal to another world, but sometimes that back of that DVD disc that you've rented out from here,
It's just a mirror.
it's a mirror reflecting your own life. You
Yeah.
see your granddad standing beside you in that reflection. This time, it looks a little bit like Keith Carradine, the beloved character Keith Carradine. But I watched this last night. I hadn't seen this in 30 years. Hadn't thought about it in 30 years. I reckon I
Okay.
saw it. Well, you know, it's not.
Okay, well,
I'm
some
the
of us
one-
think about it every day, but okay.
But every now and then it probably would come back in my head. I remember seeing it, you know, I didn't see it the same way you did. There was not a family tragedy leading
Yeah.
into it, you know. That wasn't part of the pre-show package.
Yeah, I guess so. You probably, yeah, you also didn't name your first dog after it.
No. My first pet was named Aristotle, and he was a tortoise, named after the Greek philosopher.
That's real indoor Alexi stuff.
Yeah, tortoise is one of the more indoor creatures because you can just let it out, can wander
It's
around.
just sitting beside you like a stone.
Exactly. He really was very stone-like, that fella.
You know, I had a friend who had a turtle. This is not, I don't know if I should tell this
Tell
story.
me a story about the turtle.
Her dad put it out in the yard to like give it some sunlight and he
Yeah.
forgot to bring it back in and it just
No.
cooked in the sun.
No, that
Poor-
shell was the original air fryer.
I know.
A turtle shell was like an air fryer out of the
Jerky.
sun. No, he become jerky in that thing.
Poor little turtle.
Poor little turtle. What was his name?
I don't know.
We'll pour one out for Aristotle and whoever that other turtle was. Can I tell you a thing about Andre? Andre, you may not know this. The film was directed by George Miller.
Yeah.
Not the guy that did Furiosa and Mad Max. Another Australian filmmaker called George Miller.
He was Australian?
He's Australian, and he was famous before the famous George Miller. For many years, George Miller, that directed Mad Max, was known as the other George Miller. Now, tragically to time, George Miller, aka George T. Miller, who directed Andre, The Man from Snowy River, and one of my favorite movies growing up, The Never Ending Story 2.
Really?
Not the first one.
Not the
second
first one, the second one?
The second one. And I watched that a couple of years ago, and I go, God, that did not hold up for me.
I got to watch that. I don't think I watched the second one. Just the
Second
first
one, that was one of the ones I used to watch that also had a current affair taped in front of it.
Wow.
But it would have just been a dodgy build-up. And I probably was related to him ethnically at least. But Andre, beautiful movie. I actually was quite moved watching it again yesterday.
Yeah. Did you love? I told you the start is, I think, beautiful.
Tell me about the start. Describe
Walter
the start.
Pigeon, Mrs. Cluck Cluck. It's a beautiful intro to a little girl's world
Yeah.
who loves animals.
Yeah.
And she's just there in her own world, marrying a pigeon to a chicken. And you're like, okay, that is childhood in a nutshell for some of us.
Some people live on farms.
For some of us,
Yeah,
we're
exactly.
marrying animals. Once
Yeah.
I had a frog, put lipstick on it because I thought that
You could try and
that's-
smooch your Prince
yeah, that's how
Charming or
you'd get a
something.
little print. But also, I don't
you
think I
kiss that-
actually
did
put
you kiss the
lipstick on it.
frog?
I think my mum just joked about it. It had
Yeah.
hair around its legs, so I was getting the hair off. Because you know how sometimes if a frog will get inside, I'm from Green Tree Frog Country. Sometimes you'd have a frog get inside and, you know, like there's hair on the ground in a house sometimes.
Yes,
and,
of course.
And it
Not
would,
in my home.
it would
mate.
get tangled
I
around
grew
the
up in
legs.
my yard vacuuming every second of the day, so we didn't have much hair on the floor of my house.
Well,
Wait,
you
so the
didn't
hair
have-
got tangled on the frog's leg?
Yeah,
I thought
'cause
you meant it was
essentially-
growing from the frog, and I was like, I didn't know frogs had fucking hair.
No, they don't have hair. It was like, you know how you get one of those jelly hands from the show that you'd
Of
fling?
course.
The way
They will
a
find
frog,
the hair. They will
yeah,
find
a
the
frog has a similar.
They're similar
They're made
texture.
of the same material, and so a frog will capture the hair, and it's all tangled. So you
It's
got to
almost
cut it
like
off.
those sticky hands were inspired by a frog and amphibious creatures.
You know what? You're right there. I thought I'd made a connection, but I think you were right. I think that's where inspiration came from.
Maybe somewhere out there, the ideas come from the same place, you know?
Yeah.
All ideas come from heaven, and it's only the angels that can discover them and make the connections. That's something I believe.
Yeah, I believe that too. It's angels that made those little hands.
Angels have every idea, but sometimes they shoot those arrows like Cupid's arrow and send it to the humans to bring them into the world.
Yeah.
That's something I believe in. I learned it from church. There was something the Greek priest said at church on Easter one year. So you've got you're marrying the pigeons, you're marrying the
Marrying the
creatures.
pigeons.
You're smooching a frog.
Smooching frog.
You're
There was.
putting lip gloss on it, putting lip smackers on this frog.
I'm worried that I've said that I was a child. If everybody could not call Peter on me.
Yeah.
I thought that it would like make him be my prince or something.
Yeah.
But also there's a point where she has a frog in the movie, and she says that a kid was winging it around by its leg.
Oh,
and I was
gosh.
looking at that frog going, we have not got a real hurt frog here. This is clearly, it's absolutely a perfect green tree frog.
Wow. Hopefully, I think they should. I think you should get one shot at really abusing a frog.
Yeah.
You had yours of smooching it. This fictional character in this movie swung it around.
Yeah. And then did you like the scene? I didn't think they needed it, but they got a scene of that man sort of killing Andre's mum.
Oh shit! I didn't even remember that. I think I blocked it out
Oh, they sort of just like, she got caught in the net.
at the start of the movie.
Yeah, and
they
then
go,
they
Andre's
cut her
out
into the
there.
water.
They're killing his mum.
Yeah, and then they saw they could have just had the little seal climb up onto the thing and been
Yeah.
like,
He goes.
He's a-
He could have said it. He go, oh, my mum just got killed. Can I
Yeah.
hang out with you guys?
sorry.
Sorry, guys. I'm a bit of a bummer these days. My mum was just murdered by a sea captain.
Yeah.
Yeah, brutal.
I was going to say, rewatching it now,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize Harbour Master was such a sought after job.
Well, of course. Especially in a harbourside town. It means you rule the town. You rule the harbour. You rule the town.
I guess so. Did you think the mum was crazy hot?
I thought the whole family was beautiful. And I
Yeah.
go, this is a beautiful family, but mum's got it going on.
Mum's got it
Mum's
going
got it
on.
on. Let me look up who mum is. What mum?
She was famous, I think, because she had a very familiar face to me.
Wow, her name is Thalise.
Thalise. A
Thalise.
relation to you?
Oh no, the character's mum name is Thalise.
Thalise. Oh,
Why should she be related to me?
I don't know.
Hang on, let me look up. I got to make sure this is the right actor. Andre, the Seal movie. Andre, the Seal movie. Oh wow, okay, yes. Let me see. And little Joshua Jackson's in it
Who's Joshua
from
Jackson?
Dawson's Creek.
Oh, yes.
He's in it.
His little eyes in there. Those are the most... everybody's got a feature that you remember them from?
Oh, he's got beautiful eyes.
He's got
piercing.
eyes. Tony's got her hair. That lady.
Hang on, let me see this. What's her mum's name? Oh, fuck my ass. What's his... Oh, I can't see this. The Harbour... Yeah. Oh, and of course, I like when he builds a little fake mum for...
That's good,
out of a
isn't it?
wetsuit. That's beautiful.
Hey, I can build you one sometime if you want.
Please, I'd love to have an artificial mother made for me. You know, I've still got my real mum, but I'd love an artificial mother. Okay, yes. I think this is the actress. Oh my God. Yeah, this would be the mum. Wow, she was married to Scott Bakula. She's married to Scott Bakula. who is-
Bacula is a great name.
Of course. It's very close to Blackula, but not quite. Yeah, wow. She's a Chelsea Field. Check her out, guys. She's an absolute stunner.
Okay, so she's not famous. She just looks like a. She just
She
looks like a
$1 million
star.
bucks. She looks like $1 million. Chelsea Field. She plays Thalise Whitney.
Wow,
I'm pretty
who's
sure
naming?
this is the mum.
I've never heard that name before in my life.
You're
Thalise.
not gonna believe this shit.
What?
Let me tell you one of the other movies she's in. She plays Kathy in Flipper 2 years later.
Wow.
What the hell? She's obsessed with the oceans.
She like a marine biologist in her spare time?
She must be. God, we got to get Thalise on the podcast. Chelsea, if you're out there, come on.
Is there any mums in Free Willy? But which, by the way,
There's an aunt in Free Willy, right? 'Cause he
I
moves
was
in
never
fucking
into
aunt.
Free Willy because Free Willy too scary.
I like Free Willy. I think Free Willy.
Wow.
I'll go on the record right now, directly to your face. Free Willy is better than Andre.
Okay, that's rude.
But maybe it's because
But
it's
is
a
it
little
because
boy.
it's a teen boy?
I think it might be because it's a little boy.
Yeah,
And I
you
go,
can relate
yeah.
more.
I relate more to that. And Willy, it means peenie. So I get it. All right, let's go on to your final movie. Any other
Okay.
final thoughts about Andre that you haven't shared that you're dying to say about Andre the Seal? Who is actually a sea lion in real life, Tori the sea lion.
I feel like can you imagine how sick it would be to go to school with like a sea lion and do tricks in front and have the sea lion go to your bully?
Yeah, I think it would really rip them apart.
Eat my ass, bully.
That dirty fish breath.
Yeah.
I think that's beautiful. Let's bring one in. If you
Yeah.
got a bully right now, we'll fucking hire a
We'll
sea
get a
lion.
sea lion.
We'll get a sea
We'll
lion
get a
on
sea
his
lion.
ass. All right, that is Andre the Seal. As released in Australia, Danielle's picking it up on DVDs. It's got special features on it now. And yeah, it's going to have a pre-roll of a family a family friend's reenactment of their disappearance.
Yeah.
That'll be on there too.
Good.
So it's the full experience of you. You've got one more movie out here. This is a movie I'm quite fond of. This is a
Yes.
movie called Life After Beth, starring Aubrey Plaza, directed by now the late great Jeff Bayana, her husband. He
Yeah.
just passed away. I think a genius director. If people haven't seen this, tell them what Life After Beth is about.
Comedy.
Well, it's about Beth is dead, right? Mm-hmm. Then, is the guy's name Dane? Is that the actor's name?
Yeah, Dane DeHaan.
Yeah, he always reminds me of like a young, creepy Leonardo DiCaprio.
He really does.
Yeah.
He looks like Leonardo DiCaprio who got a little bit less sunlight
Yeah.
and a little bit more torturous soul on the inside.
Yeah, but he's a kind boy in this film.
Very kind.
And his girlfriend Beth has just died.
Yeah.
And then she comes back.
Beth
And
is back.
Beth is back, and she's a zombie.
She's a zombie.
But she doesn't know she's a zombie. And there are other people in town coming back, kind of being zombies. And that's kind of the film. That's almost like, it's not all the film. I'm bad at explaining films. But so then everybody's trying to hide to keep it from Beth.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't know. And she's strong now.
She's really strong now. She's got zombie strength on her side.
Yeah. And she's almost got like a lizard animal brain because things. Actually, maybe she's just come back as like on the spectrum because she's a bit like, I'm overwhelmed now. There's too much lights.
There's too much
I
going
need
on.
Spanish music to calm me down. Is it? No, it's not Spanish music.
It's like
smoothing jazz.
Like it's like Kenny G type jazz.
Yeah.
I remember really liking this movie so much when it came out because I was a huge Aubrey Plaza fan, obviously, from Parks and Rec and Funny People. And then I remember seeing her in, would have been just before this movie, Safety Not Guaranteed.
Yeah.
And I go, oh God, she's actually really an excellent actor. And then seeing this, I go, oh, she can do anything. Like she's like a generational talent.
Yeah.
And this is like now we're 10 years after Life After Beth.
Yeah.
10 years after Life After Beth. I
Yeah.
like to say that. I'll say it a few more times. I think, and now it's like, oh, she's fully realized, like huge, mega talent, can really do anything, knows how the camera sees her, knows how an audience sees her, can subvert that, can play to that. I think Life After Beth, it's like a really difficult performance because it's so animated. She has to do so much like animated, tough stuff. But then it also has to be the current of making the relationship feel real and believable.
Yeah.
And it's also reverting back to a teenager. Like there's almost a bit of like an angsty teenager when she comes back zombified. I think this is a supremely funny movie as well.
Is real. I think it was like the first movie that I saw.
I mean, it's a horror.
Yeah.
Funny
it's a funny
horror.
horror. I think it was the first movie that I saw as a teen that I was like, oh, you can... I don't know, I didn't get to see many movies because we go to the video store and I had my favorites that I pick out like every week.
Of course, you're seeing Andre the Seal every week.
Yeah, exactly. I've got The Lion King 2 is coming home every week.
Oh, Simba's Pride.
Yeah.
And I love that subtitle because it's got two meanings. Simba's
Yeah.
pride because he's the king of the Pride Lands.
Yeah.
The pride is also the collective noun of a group of lions, but it's about his son
Yeah.
or his daughter.
Yeah.
It's his daughter.
And it's Romeo and Juliet.
Absolutely it is.
It is.
It is because then the next
first
one,
one's Hamlet.
The first one's Hamlet. Then they do Romeo and Juliet, and then Lion King 1.5 is Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, right? It's
so.
all of them.
I think so. I didn't know you were such a...
I'm an aficionado of all the
Well,
things
well.
Lion King. I have not seen Mufasa yet. Don't come at me, guys.
Oh, I haven't
I've not seen Mufasa.
I like the 2Ds.
I like 2Ds.
I like 2Ds.
2Ds, dude.
2Ds for me.
I don't mind. I like the Lion King live action remake.
Yeah?
I thought that was wonderful.
Wow, I haven't watched that one because I find the animated animals creepy.
They're too scary though.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen Mufasa yet. I'll see Mufasa. I don't know what Shakespearean it's taken on. I don't know. Can't tell you. I'll find out eventually when I see it. But Life After Beth,
Life After
it's a
Beth.
little bit Romeo and Juliet.
It's a bit Romeo and Juliet, I guess, sort of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's about young lovers.
Yeah.
You know, that are different from different worlds.
I
The world of
love-
the living and the world of the dead.
Is it John C. Reilly?
John
in
C.
this?
Reilly
Yeah.
plays her dad.
I loved their relationship
Yeah.
too, him and Dane.
I think it's
And-
so funny to have a relation between one of the key relationships in a movie is the father of this guy's girlfriend
Yeah.
and him. I think that's such a funny choice to be. This is
Yeah.
as important as a relationship with his girlfriend. It's the relationship he has with her father.
Yeah, I really love it, and I love that I don't know. I love the brother. I love that relationship.
Yeah.
He's gone crazy. He's freaking out.
I think it's a great like little bit of world building. I think it's very tough to do comedy horror, like because it's balancing two things that are both tightenings of tension and easings of tension with either scares or laughs, a little joke, a little laugh, if you will. And I think that this, as a horror, as we put it now, it has a nice balance. It's much more comedic than it is scary.
Yeah.
But all the world building is in the zombie space, which I think is super funny because around that time where zombies are a big deal, that's when this movie's coming out. But I think what differentiates it all is there's this almost low stakes to the zombie stuff because it takes so long for these zombies returning to become zombies.
Yeah.
And to become ferocious, to become like bloodsuckers, to become brain eaters.
Yeah.
The world building around
sweet.
that. They're nice, they're sweet, they're a little bit sad.
Yeah.
The world building around that is so funny. And I think the best thing that I found so funny about this film is the entire zombie apocalypse is like 3 days and it just kind of blows over. I think is so funny and such a weird choice to make, but it just like makes the relationships come to the forefront and the zombie to like kind of, it's like almost the balance of finding between relationship, zombie movie playing between those two.
Yeah.
Love it.
I do love it.
do.
I do love it.
You do
I do
concur.
love it. I forgot. I was going to say something, but I forgot what I was going to say. But you just keep going, and I'm gonna figure it. No, it was something to do with. Oh, it's got the thing that I like the most in films, which is when all the like the dialogue is natural and realistic. Like I like realistic. I hate when I can feel a plot being pushed along with dialogue, and I like when it's like real, natural, but still funny. The way people talk when they're being funny.
I think that's like Jeff Bayana's best thing he does is like he's really good at sculpting the comedic dialogue for a film. And I think that's probably built up by relationship, probably built on some improvisation as well. I'm not too sure. But I think he was like a master at being able to find a specific tone and then be able to find the naturalism in that. And then that translates to really overt comedy. Like there's so all the relationships are tightened up in a comedic way. They're all kind of structured like through joke. Like they all have a comedic premise, each relationship, but then each character has a reality to them and slightly warped because people are talking like they're not talking like they would in a zombie film.
Yeah.
They're talking more like they would in a whack comedy, like maybe Superbad or something like that as an example. But I think he's able to find like a lot of sweetness and a lot of heart in that as well. I was very sad when Jeff Bayana passed away because I just thought he was a supreme talent and I really loved the way that he could shape and like morph comedy. Just worked so well.
Yeah.
Well, pour one out for him. Life After Beth. Hopefully it comes back. Actually, cut that.
Staff pick.
All right, Danielle, those are your movies. We picked up Pearl, we picked up Andre, The Seal, the Australian release version.
Yes.
And then we've also picked up Life After Beth. I want to give you a recommendation, and I was pretty inspired by your pick of Life After Beth. There's a filmmaker that I thought was quite a fantastic filmmaker that I wanted to, and especially the way you're kind of talking about his dialogue. I think this is his best film in that sense.
Okay.
This is a film called The Little Hours.
Ooh.
Comedy.
And this is an adaptation of the Decameron, which is one of like those classic books that is, and this is like a book about like religion and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's taken one of the stories of the Decameron about these nuns in medieval Italy, and he's cast Aubrey Plaza, Kate McCucci, and Alison Brie. And it is that exact same thing of you wouldn't hear characters like this talking as naturalistic, as modern, as overtly like grubby humor. But that's what this movie all is. But beyond that, he marries that to the actual style of those kind of like, let me get a little pretentious for a moment. Antonioni, who is actually one of, it's Pasolini. Fuck, I got it wrong. I believe it's I'm a loser. Oh my God, I got it wrong. Okay, there's a 1971 movie adaptation of the Decameron as well, and it is Piero Pasolini, who is like a great a provocateur of Italian cinema, and he kind of films it in a lot of that similar nice looking, beautiful style, capturing the sunlight of this time, but channeling it through fucking dirty humor. I think this is like all that kind of gossipy nun stuff. If you like Conclave, you will love The Little Hours as well. But I think this is just a brilliant film. And this was I saw this at Sydney Film Festival and I was like, this is one of my new favorite directors.
That's good. When did it come out? I'm excited to watch it.
This one came out, I think it was a film he did right after... It would have been the film he did right after Life After Beth, which this is from 2017, and Life After Beth is 2014.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think they just had... I just think that he was just a supreme talent. Would love to have seen more from... Oh, no, he did one in between as well, which was great, called Joshi. Have you seen Joshi?
No.
Joshi's Thomas Middleditch, and it's another very good film. But I'll chuck that in there, but I'm not going to... It's not a full rental. You have to bring that back within 2 days.
Okay.
You can't keep that for the week.
Okay.
But I'll give you a little rundown as well. The Little Hours, Italy, 1347. The handsome servant Masetto, fleeing from his vindictive master, takes shelter in a nunnery where 3 young nuns, Sister Alessandra, Sister Geneva, and Sister Fernanda, try unsuccessfully to find out what their purpose in life is. A conundrum that each of them faces in different ways. And there's lots of sucking in this movie as well.
I had a feeling based off the young nuns and the hot.
Oh, yeah, there's some sexies in there. John C. Reilly's back. Molly Shannon is back. Fred Armisen's here. Nick Offerman's here. Paul Reiser's back. Adam Pally back. Lots of people from like very similar cast of actors that he continues to work with.
I like when directors do that.
Me too. I love the stable.
It makes me feel like they care.
They know who their friends are.
They say, I like working with you.
Yeah.
We're going to keep working together.
I like that. Good on them.
Do you think Anna Kendrick felt a bit
Oh, let me
kicked
see.
under the bus?
Let me just see. She might be here. I can't remember if she's in this. No.
She's probably doing Twilight then, right?
She probably would have been doing... Oh, no. I don't know. Twilight's early. Twilight came out when I was in high school.
But what about... There were so many of them.
There were so many of
It was
them.
like Breaking Dawn Part 2. When's Breaking Dawn Part 2 come out?
Was she back in Breaking Dawn Part 2? She's in
Maybe not
most
in
of them.
Breaking Dawn Part...
Surely she went to the wedding.
But that was Breaking Dawn Part 1.
Oh, of course. And now that's good body horror.
Breaking...
when she gives birth to the baby at the end of Breaking Dawn Part 1, fucking more disgusting than any David Cronenberg movie.
Yeah, it's not good.
But it is sexy when
That's why it's for the girls.
Well, Danielle, thank you for joining me here in the Last Video Store. You're a dear mate. You're a sister. You're an outdoor kid. You're a little rat. And enjoy your movies. Enjoy celebrating cinema. Enjoy the cinema of Jeff Bayana. You picked up Andre the Seal as a weekly film. You picked up Little Hours as my staff pick recommendation. You also got Life After Beth. And your new release was Pearl.
Thank you. And also, if I would nearly pick Relic.
You almost...
I nearly picked... I gazed over it.
You gazed over Relic. And we did talk about it. So
We did
you're
talk about it a
allowed...
tiny bit.
We'll mention that again. If you want to get Relic, I'll allow you to put that in too. Do you want it in your bag?
Yeah, pop it in my bag.
Okay. And guess what? The prawn crackers have just cracked in the air fryer. Let me pop them out and pop them in your bag too. Oh, they're multicolored, not just pink. There's a yellow one in here too. We do things a little differently here at the Last Video Store.
Have you CGI'd them in?
Oh, yes. Allow me to pass them over to you right now. Enjoy. Oh, wow. And the Foley artist has done a great job. Oh, as they're melting away in your mouth, fizzing away as the prawn cracker does. Oh, wow, you're regurgitating.
That's me in the shower sending through a self-tape. Something.
Oh, no. You send the self-tape in, but you're drowning in the shit.
The Last Video Store.
Thank you for checking out The Last Video Store with me, your host, Alexi Toliopoulos. Please subscribe, follow, share the podcast amongst your friends as well. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TikTok, Instagram, Last Video Store Batuta. So check us out and share us in all of those places. And if you want your own bespoke customized recommendation from me, you can submit an online order at any of those places, in a comment, in a 5-star review, with your weeklies and your new release pick, and I will come to you like I did at the top of this episode and give you a recommendation based on your taste. So thank you very much. Love you, love movies.